What to do? I'm not used to these
Is
technology.
she your
Sir,
neue Computer geklappt?
Neue Batterie hat
Wie
geklappt.
ist Battery? Okay.
Ich habe die Batterie ersetzen lassen.
Ersetzen, replaced. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Ersetzen
Schon?
lassen. Yes.
Yeah. I got it replaced. Substituted. New. I got a new battery.
Yeah, ersetzen lassen.
The shopkeeper told me he's glad that I reached there in time. Otherwise, if you had used it some more, the battery would have just blown up. It was already swollen.
What was the symptom? Why you replace it?
The computer wouldn't start, and then the difficulty after I got it started, it would just switch off.
Okay.
So I knew I had a problem. So anyway, so shown, O.
Sure.
It's very clear O here. Pronounce it as an O. O. Shown. And this one with a schön. I made the I deliberately small here. If I write it at the same size as the others, then you'll say schön. I don't want that schön. That I should be just audible. Schön. Don't think of these as beauty spots. They carry a meaning. On the slightly lighter side, you remove the beauty spots. What is the meaning of shown?
already.
Yeah. If beauty is there, beauty. Dot is there, beauty.
Yes. Here it means once or already. Right? So when you remove the beauty spots, you were beautiful once upon a time. You put the beauty spots, you are beautiful even now. Think up meanings like this to keep in mind.
सर
You want, yeah?
सर कल आपने कहा था कि जैसे अगर हम टाइम एडवर्ब यूज करते हैं तो हमको फ्यूचर का वेडन लगाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी
Yeah.
तो वैसा ही पास्ट में भी कर सकते हैं क्या इफ आई सेड गेस्टन हाबेश और गेस्टन हाटेश
There is no way you can change it. There's no hatte, no? Hatte is Plusquamperfekt.
बस
Plusquamperfekt. Past perfect.
या aber zum Beispiel gestern aß ich Mittagessen
Yeah, so that's Präteritum.
या तो सर मुझे ये पूछना है अगर मैंने गेस्टन लगा दिया टाइम एडवर्ब तो उससे ऑलरेडी पता चल रहा है सेंटेंस मतलब पास्ट का है
Let me answer that in a slightly offbeat way, not serious, in a slightly light-hearted way, Khushi, as long as you don't mind that.
या
It is possible to form such a sentence in Thailand in the Thai language, but not in German or English or European languages, and also not in Indian languages.
ओके
Because the past tense form, the structure, past tense structure does not exist in the Thai Sprache. So it doesn't exist. So if you say in English zum Beispiel, I am learning German, I was learning German. Am learning, was learning. Yesterday I went to the market. If you have these forms in English and in German, gestern habe ich oder war ich auf dem Markt. In Thai Sprache, the same sentence is expressed with yesterday I am going to the market. They use the present tense. There is only one tense in Thai. Past tense nahi hota hai.
okay got it
But other languages like Indian languages, you have to change that hai in Hindi to tha
yeah
or gaya. Ja raha hu.
even if we have time adverb
Yeah, you have to change
Okay.
it. The moment the
Yeah.
time verb comes in, the verb changes.
yeah okay
Auch auf Deutsch. So ist das auch auf Deutsch. So there is no alternative. And you do know that skip drei Vergangenheitsformen. We'll be doing that at the beginning of the next book. Wir kommen gleich dazu eigentlich. So maybe I can share that with you right now. But we'll be doing that very soon. So jetzt hier 90, Moment. Das ist Seite 100, glaube ich. So, yeah. Yeah. So, Kushi, since you started the topic für das, also das Thema für heute, ich bitte dich darum, dass du dieses hier vorliest. Read it aloud, please.
Okay. Zukünftiges Ausdrücken. Zukünftiges kann man mit zwei Tempusformen ausdrücken.
Stopp.
Präsens.
Stopp, einen Moment. Mit wie viele Formen?
Zwei.
Zwei. Und was bedeutet Tempusformen?
Temporalform. Adverb.
Tenses, with two tenses.
Okay. Future, yeah.
Future can be expressed with two tenses, also zwei verschiedene grammatische Strukturen.
Yeah.
Ja, erstens.
Präsens oft mit Adverbien und anderen Zeitangaben. Bald habe ich einen besseren Job. Und Futur 1 werden plus Infinitive. Ich werde bald einen besseren Job haben.
There you are.
Ja.
Und jetzt weiter.
Ja. Das Futur 1 wird auch oft verwendet, um Vermutung oder Aufforderungen auszudrücken.
Stop.
Hast, ja.
Stop. There's a keyword here. Oft verwendet.
Often used.
Use. Guess. Vermutungen.
Guesses.
Was ist Vermutung?
Guess.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you use the word guess here, Vermutung? Guess or another word, assumption?
Ja.
Assumption.
Oder Aufforderung. Was ist eine Aufforderung? Eine Aufforderung can be a request or it can also be a demand. When you demand somebody to do something or you're asking or requesting somebody to do something, that's eine Aufforderung. Das hat verschiedene Bedeutungen, Aufforderung. Je nach dem Kontext. So let's take the easier meaning, request or to order. So you can use either in the meaning. So entweder Vermutung oder Aufforderung. Ja, jetzt Beispiel.
Ja. Hast du Marco gesehen? Der wird schon in der Kantine sein.
Kantine sein, ja?
Kantine sein, ja. Vermutung. Sie werden das Protokoll jetzt bitte sofort schreiben. Aufforderung.
Okay, stopp. Was bedeutet dieser Satz hier? Der wird schon in der Kantine sein. Er wird zu Hause sein.
He will be in canteen.
So in the sense of what?
He's guessing. He's not sure.
guessing, that means he's also probably assuming, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly where he is. What time is it now? Oh, it's 12:30. Or I wait in the canteen. Yeah, I wait in the canteen side. Oh, 5:30 is it? Oh, er wird unterwegs sein. Er wird unterwegs sein. It'll probably be on the way. Nach Hause, natürlich. Ja, oder früh am Morgen 9 vielleicht. Er wird unterwegs sein. Also ins Büro. Is probably on the way, is assuming, because you're not sure. So that is that Vermutung here. Werden plus Infinitiv. Eine Bedeutung. Eine Bedeutung. The Rose is here. Morgen, Rose. Okay. And now look at this.
Guten Morgen, Sir. Entschuldigung.
Kein Problem. So, die zweite Bedeutung, die zweite Variation. Sie werden das Protokoll jetzt bitte sofort schreiben. Das ist eine Aufforderung. It's a request. It's a demand. Was bedeutet das Wort Protokoll?
It's kind of a minutes
Set
of
of
meeting.
rules.
Right, minutes of meeting kind of things.
Protocol, yeah, is correct. Vasu is correct. It's a minutes of a meeting. The procedure of a meeting, what happened in that meeting, point by point or time by time, who said what, all that is recorded. That is called the minutes of a meeting. And then in German, the word is das Protokoll. Don't confuse it with the English protocol, Protocol. There's an English protocol. That English word protocol means following certain etiquette. The protocol for visiting heads of state when they come to India. If a president of a country comes to India, then the president of our country goes to receive him. If it is a prime minister of another country, the president will not go to receive him. He will not go to the airport. But the prime minister of our country will go to receive him. This is protocol. So there is a certain set of bureaucratic or whatever you want to call it, a set of rules which are followed. That's called protocol. That's English protocol. Don't confuse it with the German protocol. Here it means the minutes of a meeting. So you will please write down the minutes of the meeting right now. You'll take down or you write down the meeting, the minutes right now. It sounds like a request. I can put a bitte here, which is there in the sentence. Please write down the minutes of the meeting right now. It sounds like a order also, not just a request, but also an order. Jetzt. Jeet, can you read this sentence, please? Yeah, Jeet.
Ja. Aufforderungen mit
Futur.
Futur 1 sind sehr direkt und eher unhöflich.
Ja, was bedeutet dieser Satz?
It is very direct and just
Yeah.
unpolite.
Yeah, it sounds quite impolite. You will do the work now, please. It sounds very rude. So it's better avoid it if it conveys this kind of meaning. So this warning is also given to us. Sie werden das Protokoll jetzt bitte sofort schreiben. Yeah, it's an order. Yeah, but this sounds rude. A boss trying to show off.
So
Maybe.
इस सेंटेंस में येट्स लिखा है, इससे पता लग रहा है ना कि ये मतलब फ्यूचर के सेंटेंस के लिए नहीं है.
So you will do it now. That yes is now.
Okay.
You will write it now.
Okay.
right now and immediately, please. So it's a very, very direct order. It's a kind of a very direct and sometimes impolite, rather impolite. And it normally comes down. It works downwards, authority to down. A kind of sentence which our parents have very often, very frequently used on us. You will sit down to study now. Enough, no more TV. You will sit down to study now. Aufforderung. But parents are allowed to give these a direct Aufforderung, even if it's a little impolite. But remember, in normal conversation, also normale Umgangssprache, mit dem normalen Umgang in der Sprache mit anderen Leuten, ist das nicht so höflich. Und das kann man vermeiden, und das sollte man auch vermeiden, avoid. Right? So Futur kann man, also Futur 1 kann man zweierlei ausdrücken, also in zwei Formen ausdrücken. Einmal im Präsens und oft mit einer Zeitangabe oder einer Adverbien hier, also bald, morgen, nächste Woche. Solche Adverbien, Zeitangaben kann man auch nehmen. Und das ist sowieso Futur. Oder man ändert die Struktur, konjugiert das Hilfsverb werden mit dem Subjekt und stellt das andere Verb als Infinitiv am Ende des Satzes. Ich werde einen Job haben. Man kann den Satz auch ohne bald bilden. So, ich werde bald geht schon, ich werde nächste Woche, auch ohne nächste Woche kann man den Satz bilden. Werden plus Infinitiv, Futur. Und unsere Aufgaben, die wir da machen, these were this exercise yesterday.
Seitennummer bitte, Sir.
93. Seite 93. So, jetzt eine Minute insgesamt. Lässt ihr bitte euch alle diese Sätze mal an. Gut. Try to understand the meanings. Wenn es etwas neu vorkommt, bitte fragt mich. Absolutely, ask me, no problem. Then we solve the sentences. Okay, jetzt Alles klar? Habt ihr alles verstanden? Alle Sätze, alle Wörter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Nummer 1. Hast du Marco gesehen? Nein, er wird schon in der Kantine sein.
Vermutung.
Vermutung. Seid ihr alle damit einverstanden, was Prembada und Kushi gesagt haben?
Ich habe das verstanden, sir.
Einverstanden? Agree?
Yeah.
Any doubts here?
No.
It's a presumption. You're assuming Marco will be in the
Someone.
canteen now. A guess or an assumption. Okay. Nummer 2. In 2 Wochen werde ich unseren neuen Kunden treffen.
Zukünftiges.
Zukünftiges, ja.
Everyone agrees? Zukünftiges?
Yeah.
Or there any doubts?
Ja.
All of you? Let me know if there are any
Yes.
doubts. Ja, also gibt es, wenn es hier Zweifel gibt, dann kläre ich dann diese Zweifel auf.
Habe verstanden, sir.
Okay. Nummer 3. Sie werden das Protokoll jetzt bitte sofort schreiben.
Aufforderung.
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 Okay. Nummer 4. Hast du den neuen Beamer?
Vermutung.
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 Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Ja, sir.
What's a beamer?
Projector.
Projector key. Yeah.
Yeah. What is the difference between a beamer and a projector? Der Beamer und der Projektor.
Gibt es einen Unterschied? Ich weiß das nicht.
Projektor ist normalerweise diese alte Maschine, ein Filmprojektor zum Beispiel.
Yeah.
And Beamer is the new one, where you take your film or you play it on the laptop, and what is on the laptop, you project it onto a screen. You beam it onto a screen. That's why it's called a beamer. Your PPTs or any film or anything that you beam onto
You have
some
on
other-
computer.
Huh? So the projector is normally the old one, where you ran a film, 8 mm, 16 mm. Okay. So
Even later we had OHPs.
yeah, that was also good in a way. But then you have to prepare the foliant,
Slides, papers, yeah.
the foliant, and it was good. I've used it because you could draw on that and also erase that. You get this pens which would erase the stuff.
OHP pen, yeah, OHP.
There's also something called epidiascope. I don't know if you've ever seen an epidiascope. It was like a projector, but a biggish machine with a light, lenses, and you could project something on the screen, but project what? An entire book, for example. That book was placed inside this projector. There's a massive machine. You could place the book inside. That image would be reflected through a set of mirrors, and the light focused on the book. And then there's another bulb which would project this image of the pages onto the screen. So when the page was over, you could turn over to the next page, and the next page would be projected. So everything done manually. Epidiascope. Hat es geheißen. So. Nummer 5. Was macht denn Müll hier auf Ihrem Schreibtisch? Oh, ich werde ihn gleich wegräumen.
Zukünftiges.
Vermutung.
Think again.
It's a zukünftiges. Vermutung. I cannot request myself. I cannot order myself. So
Zukünftiges.
It's not Vermutung, Premada. This is Zukünftiges.
what a Gegenwart.
No, it's Zukünftiges.
Yeah, we are using word, and so it is future. Now I say I need to clean my table, so it's a present.
No, I need to clean will be a modal verb. That's a modality here. But here, of these three that we have,
So, okay, out of these three, it's zukünftiges. Yeah, I agree.
I will clean it up. Premada, it's not a Vermutung.
Yes, sir.
Huh? So it's a Zukunft that I will do it soon, in gleich or right away. What's this rubbish on your table? Oh, I'll clean it up. I'll clean it up right away. I'll clean it up soon. I'll clean it up immediately. I'll clean it just now. The word gleich has got shades of meaning here. Ich komme gleich. I'll just be back. Zum Beispiel. Ich komme gleich. Ich werde ihn gleich wegräumen. Zukunftsgewiss. And Nummer 6.
Vermutung.
I'm waiting for the others to say something. Die Adressliste hier muss noch überprüft werden. Überprüft. Second half. Stress is on the second half. Die Adressliste hier muss noch überprüft werden. Ja, das wird unsere Praktikantin übernehmen. Das wird unsere Praktikantin übernehmen.
So it can be zukünftiges or Vermutung.
Only one possibility. There's no ambiguous part here. Nothing ambiguous. It's clear cut. Only one meaning here.
Then zukünftiges. I go with the zukünftiges.
Zukünftig. No, only Zukünftig.
What do the others say? What do the others feel? Remember, it's not just learning the structure. We also have to know when to use the structure. How many of you are for Zukünftiges? Also ihr müsst das richtig benutzen können, verwenden können. So I need to know from the others. Ja, bitte. Ich warte auf die Antworten. Von euch allen. Come on, people. Is there a doubt here? If there is a doubt, please let me know. I can then explain it. If no doubt, you have to be sure. You have to be sure, yourself. Don't go by what Vasu or Kushi or Premvada or whoever else has said, whatever. You have to be sure yourselves that you have the right answer. You're guessing, or your choice is between an order or a request, a guess or an assumption, and finally as future. So I'm waiting. Who has any problems here? Anyone here who has problems? Und was bedeutet dieser Satz? Das wird unsere Praktikantin übernehmen. Who can take this? Monica? Oma? Anbarasi?
Yes, sir.
You have to decide. If you have not understood, let me know. Because otherwise I'll simply follow my German principle. Keine Antwort ist auch eine Antwort. That means I will assume you have all understood and I'll go ahead.
So this is data is class like with the strict point word
Yeah.
what we can actually we can assume whether it is a request or whether it is an order. The more we do practice, probably we'll get it.
So is there a difference between Ich werde ihn gleich wegräumen and das wird unsere Praktikantin übernehmen?
Yeah, ganz, and a große Unterschied.
So what
Yeah.
is number 5? What is number 5?
Number 5 is active voice and 6 is passive voice.
No.
Yeah.
No, there's no active or passive here.
Werde I do it and it will be cleaned.
I will do it myself. This is active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will.
Then here the
Passive
practikantin will take care. It has to be done by the practikantin.
Our-
Practikantin should übernehmen.
You are
She-
translating into English into passive. But what is it in German? This is active in German. It's not passive.
Sentence 5 is active. 6 is passive. That's my opinion.
Both
Werde.
are active. Both are active.
Ah.
Both are active. There's no passive at all. It's a very, very clear rule here. It's not passive. Both are active. Don't confuse yourself also. Don't confuse yourself. You are, how do I put it now? If I can take a rule here, it'll save me some time later.
So Funf is waiting for the Antwort of our Zex's kind of opinion sharing, sir.
This is passive. Werden plus infinitive is future. Werden plus participle is passive. Both are werden plus infinitive. So both are active, not passive. Yeah, and what was the answer? That is Oma, was it? They are both zukünftiges, both of them. I will do it right away. She will take it up.
So warum
will
nicht
take it.
Vermutung?
How can it be Vermutung?
The sixth one.
How can it be Vermutung? How can you guess that the assistant or the intern will do it? She will do it.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, see, practicant, what is the meaning of practicantin?
A trainee or intern or
Right.
Right.
So an intern will do it. Are you guessing or are you saying she will do it? The work will be done.
okay. If I want to give an imagination, then what is the word I should use here?
Probably.
Yep. I need to put a word like vielleicht oder wahrscheinlich.
Ja,
I need-
sie wird wohl. Sie wird wohl. Das wird wohl unsere Praktikantin übernehmen. When you say wohl, it means probably. So So then all ambiguity, all double meaning is removed. There is no double meaning now. Here, the confusion is you're guessing, you're assuming that the intern will do it. But as per the normal working conditions in any office, such small things like checking the address list, whether the addresses have been typed correctly or not. This is normally the job given to the juniors. And they take it up. So she will do it. She will take it up. Die Praktikantin wird das machen. She will do it. Because she's the junior most as an intern, so she will do it. You can't assume she will probably do it.
Alles klar.
So if you use wohl hier, das wird wohl unsere Praktikantin übernehmen. Wohl bedeutet probably. Es wird wohl regnen. It will probably rain. Werden plus Infinitiv. Regnen. Werden und regnen. Es wird regnen. Zukünftiges. It will rain. Es wird morgen regnen. It will rain tomorrow. But are you sure? Are you sure it will rain tomorrow? Not sure. Because with weather, man ist nie sicher. So you want to be a little more careful instead of being expressing it in Zukunft or Zukünftiges. You would rather make it a little kind of a Vermutung. Es wird wohl morgen regnen. So the wohl is very, very frequently used mit Wettervorhersagen, with weather forecasts. Mit Wetterprognosen sagt man auch. Weather forecasts. Put a wohl. Matters over.
WOHL or WOL?
Yeah, WOHL als adverb. Yeah, that's an adverbial. It's an adverb. Probably. Or use another alternative. Höchstwahrscheinlich. Most probably. Most likely. It's a Vermutung then.
Quasi.
Yeah. Quasi is very frequently used by the Germans. Very irritating.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, I find it extremely.
I fascinated by the word because it is a new sound. Quasi.
Yeah, quasi.
Yeah.
Yeah, quasi. That word quasi means so to speak, virtually, so to speak, and so on. I mean, they keep throwing this in. It's very difficult to get the
correlate with
context
the
of the
sentence.
sentence. It disturbs for a non-user of German or a non-Muttersprachler, a Nicht-Muttersprachler, is extremely disturbing. You
And
think you know
moreover,
this, you understood, but you don't know yourself when to use it.
No, even that misled me in few times because as a learner, I was focusing on this word and I lost the entire meeting content.
Yeah, yeah. So because quasi can also be half, in the sense of half. It can be used as a half thing. It's quasi-judicial. It's half judicial. Semi-judicial.
Just now,
Quasi-governmental project. Quasi-governmental. Also half-governmental project. So it's very disturbing, this word. And I get very irritated. Because for foreigners who are learning this language, it's not easy.
Irish
okay.
cat came and wished me now.
Sure. That's nice. So it's when you want to be very clear als Vermutung, use this adverbial. Wohl, wahrscheinlich. Vielleicht auch. Then it becomes a Vermutung. Then you are very clear in your minds. Hier geht es Sprachgebrauch. Don't forget. Don't forget. You have to be very careful when you speak. But otherwise is the concept clear. Zukünftiges. In 2 Wochen werden wir unseren neuen Kunden treffen. We'll be meeting a new customer in 2 weeks. Clear Zukünftiges? Or you think this is also Vermutung?
Nein, correct.
Clear, no? So when you have such sentences you would like to express, this is what I also mean. Bitte auf Deutsch denken. Don't do it through English. So wenn ihr alle, also alle ihrer Sprachen spreche ich ja leider nicht. If you take a common language like Hindi, for example, Barish hogi kal, shayad, sambhavata. What does this mean?
May or may not happen.
See, the word sambhavata is from Sanskrit. Possible, possibly rain, probably rain, might rain, could rain. These are all possibilities. These are guesses. These are assumptions. They're not short predictions. And Futur 1 in many books is taught with the weather forecast. Many books, German books, textbooks, they have a weather forecasting there. Es wird wohl regnen. Nein, ich glaube, es wird schneien. Oder vielleicht wird es schneien. So on the one hand, they're introducing vocabulary about the weather. On the other hand, they're also teaching Vermutung. So here, for me, the key word is Praktikantin. Junior most in an office is the intern, the apprentice. She'll do it. Not she will probably do it, because a Praktikantin can't say no. Do you remember this? Was diese Frau gesagt hat? Was ist diese Frau als von Beruf?
Her boss.
Ja.
Was ist sie
Assistentin von Beruf.
Assistentin, ja.
Oder Secretary.
Ja, und,
Sekretärin. Ja.
Ja, das mag sie auch. Aber was wird von ihr erwartet? What is expected of her?
So unterstützen ihre Boss.
Kaffee zu machen und das Essen, Mittagessen zu holen.
Ja. Und in 6 Sekunden E-Mail schreiben.
That is of course.
That's what alle Dinge, sie muss machen, alle Sachen wie möglich.
Ja. So why? Assistentin. Sie ist nicht der Chefin. Also der Chef oder die Chefin. It's passed down. So als Praktikantin, als Assistentin, you are expected to do this. You will do it. So here, definitely, this is not a Vermutung. It's a Zukünftige. She will take it up. Don't confuse this. And here, Zukunft, in the sense, no guessing about cleaning. I'll do it soon. It's like when zu Hause zum Beispiel, when the mother asks you to clean your bed or your room or whatever, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. So I'll do it here, Zukünftiges. Normalerweise, wenn man so auf diese Frage antwortet, Ja, ich werde es machen. Dann comes die Aufforderung. Du wirst das jetzt bitte sofort machen. You will do it now. Dann comes das Futur mit Aufforderung. The structure is still the same. We add plus infinitive. But the meaning shifts from Zukünftiges to the Aufforderung if that other person is not satisfied with your answer. Think of these sentences on a broader scale. As Edward de Bono had written in his book, long time back, lateral thinking. When you expand your thinking on this lines like this, where all and in what all situations does this happen, then you're able to understand that perspective, that situation better. It works very well when you're learning sentences like these. Don't be restricted in your use or understanding a particular word with only one meaning. Work out that meaning. Where all can I use it? All of you have learned the use of plus perfect. All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What does this show? Plus perfect.
I have written the letter.
So,
Written a letter.
yeah,
Recent past.
okay. Recent past ist gut. Also das ist eine Vergangenheitsform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So suppose I give you a sentence. What is this?
Future.
I have expected you in morning.
M. Klein gives future.
नहीं sir, PPSY.
There's no
Erwartet ist vielleicht
participe
the
zwei.
paper.
It's not PP2, it's participe zwei oder participe perfect. You can't say PP2. It's not possible. It's a wrong.
I mean present perfect.
It's present perfect. Also, but morgen, tomorrow.
But the expected, erwartet.
But what about tomorrow?
The meaning is I'm expecting you tomorrow, na?
I have expected you
Yeah, I
tomorrow.
have expected you tomorrow.
Hmm? Was machst du hier heute? Ich habe dich morgen erwartet.
What are you doing here today?
Hmm?
We have expected you tomorrow.
Hmm. I'm interested in this structure. This structure I'm interested in. Da gibt es ein Wort morgen, ein Zeitadverbien morgen, also zukunftsbezogen. Aber die Struktur ist Vergangenheit.
Yeah.
Oh, tell me, are we all lost here or are we shocked here?
सर शॉक
More than I have expected you.
सर यहाँ पे मॉर्गन वर्ड पहले नहीं आना चाहिए मॉर्गन हावे इश डिश
It doesn't matter where you put it. You can put it
Okay.
wherever you want, Monica.
Okay.
But I'm talking about the structure and the
Structure.
word Morgan. This is
Yes,
Ich
sir,
habe
it
dich morgen erwartet. Ich habe dich erwartet. You just said, ich habe einen Brief geschrieben. Can I use morgen here?
9.
9.
It doesn't
Sure?
make sense. Yeah.
But what about this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I can't use morgen. But suppose I say,
Morning I waited for you.
it's not morning, M
Or
small.
expected. Morgan.
If you say morning, it should be M capital.
Sir, I will expect you tomorrow morning.
No, I'm not using that structure at all. Ich werde dich morgen erwarten. It's not werden, this is habe erwartet.
So, erwarted adjective भी है क्या?
Here it's a verb, no? Comes with haben.
Yeah.
Ich habe dich morgen erwartet. You see the problem now. When you look at such sentences, this is why I said lateral thinking. Don't be confused. Be open.
सर क्या एग्जैक्ट मीनिंग क्या बना यहाँ पे इसका मॉर्गन वाले का इशाबे डिश
So,
मॉर्गन
one moment. So
Yeah.
when we use these structures with certain structures, and nicht alle Strukturen,
Yeah.
this gives us another meaning of das Perfekt. Das ist eine Vergangenheitsform. Ja, stimmt. Das stimmt, das ist richtig. Aber es gibt auch dieser Fall, there's also this case, where you can use the perfect with, as an exception, to express the future. I don't want to go too deep into the topic, but since this is something familiar to all of you, I've used this word here. I expected you
But
tomorrow.
sir, it is ये future का sentence है फिर या फिर present perfect का?
It is present perfect with a meaning of the
A
future.
future
Okay.
with
I
the meaning of future
expected
ना
you tomorrow.
yeah
What are you doing here today? I expected you
expected
tomorrow.
you
Think of it in Hindi. खुशी, तुम तो कल आने वाली थी ना?
Yeah.
कल थर्सडे को आने वाली थी. आज यहाँ क्या कर रही हो?
आज क्या करें
आने वाली थी. थी. आज क्या कर रहे हो? तुम तो थर्सडे को आने वाली थी. आज तो वेडनेसडे है. How do you explain this? आने वाली थी. Think. So we are not always bound by one rule in languages. So you have to free yourself a bit. Your minds, you have to free yourself from that rule, from that bind. When you've been told this is a certain rule, be very careful. Be very, very careful. So I've always told you meistens, sehr oft, frequently, normalerweise. I've always used these adverbs. Because with languages, one is never sure. Grammar did not come first. Language came first. Grammar came later. One did not create a rule and then start using the language.
Yeah.
As we go along further, I'll give you more rules. Believe me, by the time if we are still together, if we are still together at C1 or C2 or whatever levels, then I'll make sure you forget all your old grammar. There will be new variations with the old grammar, and whatever you had learned here earlier, you'll suddenly realize that was only at that level. Here at this level, the meaning is changed. Aber das ist dann später, viel später. Be careful. Also hier zukünftig ist. Here zukünftig ist because of Praktikantin. That's her job. She will take it over. So it can't be a Vermutung hier. Beide hier, diese 5 und 6, sie sind zukünftig.
अगर इसको एडमोटुम बनाना होता इस सेंटेंस को 6 वाले
Wohl.
It should be wohl.
Yeah. Also wohl oder wahrscheinlich. Right? Okay. Now let's look at these verbs here, or these kleinen Texte here. Dieser Handwerker Siggi Hausmann, der hat sowas geschrieben. New words. We're doing this just for vocabulary. So I would like to read this. Es gibt einige neue Wörter hier. Wer möchte den Text lesen?
Darf ich?
Ja, bitte.
Kann ich?
Yeah, I think
Eher
Jeet said
Regal.
that first. Then you, Monica, you take up the next one. You take up the
Okay,
next one.
kein Problem, sir. Kein Problem.
Yeah, Jeet.
Ja, Handwerker, Expressdienst, 24 Stunden für Sie da. Mobil,
Mobil.
Mobil,
Aha.
Mobil, 0133 300 20103.
Ja.
Der Regel hängt
Regal.
Regal.
hängt tief.
Ja.
Der Kleine hat die Wand eingeklemmt.
Mhm.
Die Gardenenstange
Ja.
will nicht an die Wand.
Ja.
Probleme beim typisch verlegen.
Hm.
Der Rasenmäher mag
Rasenmäher.
Rasen.
Hm.
Der Rasenmäher mag keinen Mucks mehr.
Mhm.
Kleine und größere Katastrophen.
Mhm.
Da kann ich helfen.
Ja.
Schnell anrufen. Kompetente
Ja.
Handwerker kommt sofort, schnell,
Ja.
sauber, preiswert, persönlich.
Ja.
Dann 7 Uhr bis 17 Uhr,
Ja.
35 Euro.
Pro Stunde.
Das ist das
Pro-Stunde.
pro Stunde, ja.
Stunde.
Ja, mach weiter.
Unkomplizierter Service,
Ja,
Notdienst nach Absprache.
ja, gut. We'll have to work on our reading, all of us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so we'll have to make sure that we get some fluency here, because so much of time for reading we will not have in the
Exam.
proof. When you have to read the text to yourself, even there, we should be able to read quickly and simultaneously understand. So we'll have to pick up a little bit of speed there. So, habt ihr alles verstanden? Was ist dann das hier? Ihr Regal hängt schief.
The rules.
Regal hängt schief. Regal, was ist das Regal?
Rules.
Rule.
Regal und Regel.
Okay, okay.
Regal.
Regal is shelf.
Self, yeah.
But was bedeutet denn hier schief hängen? Wo hängt das Regal?
Chief.
Das Regal hängt schief, schief hängen.
Schief.
Ja, eigentlich hängt das Regal an der Wand. Das Regal hängt an der Wand. Was bedeutet das? Das Regal hängt an der Wand. Die Wand?
The shelf placed on the wall.
Okay, aber jetzt ist das Regal schief. Das ist nicht parallel, aber das hängt so schief.
Okay.
Schief hängen.
Like a hook. Like a hook or the. Okay.
Das Regal hängt jetzt schief. So, auf diese Weise. Nicht so,
Okay.
nicht parallel,
Sloping.
sondern so.
Slopey.
Ja, slopey way. So, Ihr Regal hängt schief? Erste Frage. Der Kleine hat die Wand eingecremt? Eincremen?
Touché.
Aber
Nein.
die Wand, der Kleine.
Der kleine Kind oder was?
Ja,
Yes.
das kleine
Kleine
Kind.
Kind.
Der Junge, der kleine Junge.
Sir,
Paint.
eincremen. Eincremen is to paint something or to do something. Something on.
Do something on wall.
Yeah. Make some painting or.
Yeah, like
writing.
sketching or penciling or.
Ja, also der Kleine, also der Junge, the boy, der Kleine ist Junge, the boy, small kid,
Hardly.
der hat etwas an die Wand gemalt. He has painted something on the wall. Das ist eincremen. Die Gardinenstange will nicht an die Wand. Was sind Gardinen? Die Gardine, feminin, die Gardinen, plural.
Gardening something. Gardener product something.
Wand.
Okay.
Die Gardinen hängen vor dem Fenster. Was sind Gardinen? Have you come across this word earlier? Anyone?
No,
Nice.
No, sir.
Right? Gardine.
No.
Anyone here know the meaning? Gardinen? It should be a word familiar to you, the ones especially in Germany. Lots of these advertisements come out very frequently. Gardinen. Also was man vor dem Fenster hängt.
Vorhang.
Ja, also das ist eine Gardine zum Beispiel. Also hier, ich hänge das vor dem Fenster. Das kann ich dann so auch
For
einfalten.
curtain like.
Vor dem Fenster.
टीवी कवर
नहीं.
Vor dem Fenster.
Curtain.
Curtain.
Yeah, खिड़की के सामने.
Curtain.
Yeah, curtain.
Vielleicht. Curtain ना?
Yeah.
Curtain.
Gardine. Die Gardine, Singular, die Gardinen ist Plural. So, was ist eine Stange? Gardinenstange.
Rod.
Yes. Rod, correct. Die Stange. The curtain rod. So, die Gardinenstange will nicht an die Wand.
The curtain rod will not on the wall.
Will not what?
On the wall. Will not hang on the wall, you can say.
Yeah, will not hang on the wall. Will not, cannot
Stuck.
be fixed on the wall.
Yeah, cannot, they are stuck, or you can say.
Okay. Probleme beim Teppich verlegen. Was ist Teppich?
Carpet.
Carpet. So what is this Teppich verlegen?
Teppich put on the floor.
Yeah. Carpet goes onto the floor, yes, but what is the meaning here? So your problems with Teppich verlegen?
Sir, kleine Frage.
Ja.
Sir, warum haben wir nicht mit benutzen? Probleme mit
Here beim is during.
during. Okay.
So what is Teppich verlegen?
Carpet become dirty.
Das ist ein schmutzig, ne? Teppich ist schmutzig. So when you have a carpet, maybe you remove the carpet, get the carpet cleaned, or you clean it yourself, and then you relay the carpet. So when you're putting the carpet on the floor again, maybe you have problems in not being able to fix the carpet on the floor. So verlegen sometimes is when you move the carpet around. It's lying here like this, you want it changed in the room. And you're not able to do it properly. So relaying or readjusting or moving the carpet around, and you're not able to do it properly. So do you have problems in that? Then the next question, next Frage. Der Rasenmäher. Der Rasen. Was bedeutet der Rasen? Rasenmäher. This is for the posh houses in India and normal in Europe. What is Rasen?
Rasen, I know, mowing. Like grass mowing.
But what is the meaning of the word Rasen? I want the correct word here.
To
You have an identity.
settle down the grass, or you can say cut the grass, garden grass.
No, I don't accept the word grass.
Okay.
The word grass, I don't want, I can't accept here. I want the correct word here for Rasen. Grass is possible. You got the right word. Yes, I agree. But not the right word. Rasen. Rasen nicht betreten. Rasen betreten verboten. Rasen, lawn. Have you heard the word lawn before? L-A-W-N?
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
The correct word for Rasen is lawn.
Ah,
So
so
what is Rasenmäher?
machine,
Yeah.
lawn machine.
So what is it called?
Sir, what you want to say? I knew that because I have seen in my house also here.
So what is the correct word? Rasenmäher. The English word.
Lawn mover. Lawn
Yeah,
mover.
loud, Vasu. Loud.
Yeah,
Lawn mover.
lawn mower. You can
Lawn mower.
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 W mo. That's I saw. I have told this word before. Mowing machine, na. MOWING.
Yeah, but then you created the word you've as an SOS. You mow the
Okay.
lawns.
Okay, more than.
Yeah, Rasenmäher is a mower. The word in English is to mow, M-O-W.
W,
Means
yeah.
to trim the grass.
Trim
There's a
cut
difference
the
between grass and lawn.
lawn. Yeah.
When you maintain, there's a special kind of grass that is used to lay a lawn. It's not any kind of grass.
Yeah, it's not normal grass. I think.
There's special grass that is used. The seeds are different, and grass is grown from these seeds and used as a lawn. It's very, very soft. The blades of grass that grow here, they're very soft. They're specially used for lawns. Here in India, it can be any grass. Anything that is green and grass, you put in front of your house and say, that's my lawn. So this is special abroad. For example, the tennis matches which are played abroad on grass, especially in London, Wimbledon, that's a lawn tennis. It's not grass tennis. It's played on grass, but it's called lawn tennis. So this is a lawnmower.
Yeah, lawn.
Right? So Rasenmäher. Also der Rasenmäher macht keinen Mucks mehr. Keinen Mucks. So what is the article of Mucks?
There.
Their Mucks.
There.
Here Mucks here
Their
means
mucks, yeah.
no sound.
Kind.
No sound. That means it's not starting up. So the lawnmower is not making any sound. Kleine und größere Katastrophen. Katastrophen. The stress is on the second half. Not Katastrophen, but Katastrophen. So do you have small catastrophes and bigger ones? What is catastrophe? This I'm sure you know.
So disaster.
Disaster. And then comes in red, da kann ich helfen.
Can I help
There
you?
I can help.
Yeah. I can help you with all these. I'm there for you 24 hours. Handwerker Expressdienst. Schnell anrufen. Kompetenter Handwerker kommt sofort. Schnell, sauber, preiswert, persönlich. 7 bis 17 Uhr. 35 Euro pro Stunde. Unkomplizierter Service. Article for Service.
The service.
Der Service.
The service.
Der.
Yes.
Und Notdienst nach Absprache. Absprache.
To speak.
Aha.
Nine.
That's a colloquial term, but what does Absprache here mean?
Promise.
Yeah, nach Absprache. Notdienst. Notdienst, this I think you know.
After conversation.
Give me the,
Emergency.
Yeah, emergency.
Is after calling or after?
After calling, after fixing a prior appointment, after
Yeah, prior.
consultation or whatever.
Yeah, or in after consultation.
Yeah, after we agree. So I have to call you up and I give you, this is my emergency, please. What time can you come? 5 Uhr, 3 Uhr, 4 Uhr. So nach Absprache. We fix up an appointment. This is Absprache, appointment. And then anything emergency you want me to come, we'll fix it upon an appointment basis. And this is also the case now in many parts of the world. Slightly oldish text, but it's valid today. People have lost their jobs, and now they do this kind of, offer this kind of service at home. Now, look at the double Nebensätze. Ziggy Hausmann hilft, wenn nichts läuft, wie es soll. Wenn und wie. Two Nebensätze. So, dieser Mann hier heißt Ziggy Hausmann und er bietet Hilfe, wenn nichts läuft, when nothing is running, when nothing is working, as it should. So, two Nebensätze. Noch vor kurzem hatte er selbst eine Baufirma. Er hatte eine Baufirma vor kurzem. A short while ago. He had his own construction firm. Dann kam die Pleite. Was ist Pleite?
Pleite.
So what does it mean, Pleite? Dann kam die Pleite. We did this word somewhere earlier in a different context. Keine Arbeit mehr, kein Geld mehr, kein Gehalt mehr, Pleite. Die Firma ist
Vanished, or you can say broken. Vanished, you can say.
what is a commercial term? Term from commerce. Pleite
Insolvent.
gehen. Yeah. In Pleite gehen, also Pleite gegangen. What is the term used in commerce? When a firm...
Corrupt.
We did this word some time back. Bankrupt.
I was thinking about insolvency.
Yeah, the same, insolvency. So then came this construction firm, went insolvent. It went bankrupt.
Bankrupt.
So Pleite
Plate here Pleite. Pleite.
So bankrupt. Here, when you look at this noun here, die Pleite, this is bankruptcy. Then came bankruptcy. So it went bankrupt. Money. It went bust. So he had his own construction firm and then came bankruptcy, like right now in the pandemic last year. Yesterday, after a long time, I went out to the market because I had to get my computer battery replaced. Everything in the market had changed. Many shops that I knew, they were closed. And when I asked this computer guy, he told me, Pleite. This is the word he used, Pleite. Not in German, of course, not in German. Pleite. They went bankrupt. So they shut down the shops. No more business, no money, no customers, nothing. So heute arbeitet mit dem, was ihm blieb. He's working with what is remaining with him. Einem Kasten mit Werkzeug. Also, Kasten. What is a Kasten? Yeah?
Boxes.
A box. It's a box or what? A crate or maybe a case, which an engineer or a mechanic normally carries with him. Mit Werkzeug. Das Werkzeug?
Tools. Working tool.
Tool. The tool. Or his tools. So it's only a case of tools that he has got, as you see here in the picture. Natürlich, hat auch sein Talent. Handwerklichen Talent. Und dann hat auch seinen Mut, der Mut, das Courage, etwas Neues anzupacken. New words. So what is this word unpacken mean here?
Open.
To lose the pack, not to open the something.
Ah,
Outs-
To pack.
To pack,
To unpack.
unpack.
Here to tackle, to start working with something new. So he had that courage to tackle something new.
Okay.
That's all
Okay.
he had. Because his firm, his Baufirma ist pleite. Ist in die Pleite gegangen. It went bankrupt. So he's left alone, no job. Er hat keinen Job mehr. So now he works as literally freiberuflicher Handwerker. Remember the word freiberuflich from yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Was ist freiberuflich? Also diese Frau hier ist eine freiberufliche Übersetzerin.
Right there. Yeah.
Freelancer.
Freelance. So der ist jetzt ein freiberuflicher Handwerker. He's a freelance mechanic. And these are the things that he can do. All these things he can handle. And he's put out these plakaten, these billboards, these bills, as they say in American English, posters, and he's willing to offer his services. And what about this lady here? Ja, Monika, du wolltest das lesen. Kannst du das mal zu Ende schnell lesen, bitte?
Mira, kleines.
Nee, also hier, also den großen Text, dieser
Oh,
Plakat.
sorry. Einen Moment, sir. From where? Sie haben Problem?
Ja?
Sie haben Problem mit Ihrem Hund. Sie möchten eine harmonische und stressfreie Beziehung zu Ihrem Hund. Sie wollen Ihren Hund endlich verstehen.
Mhm.
Die Hundeflüsterin hilft. Tierphysiologien bietet professionelle kompetente Beratung und individuelles Einzeltraining mit modernen und innovativen Erziehungsmethoden. Wo? Hundeschule, Münsterstraße 45, große Trainingsgelände oder bei Ihnen zu Hause. Kosten 50 € pro Stunde. Erziehen Sie Ihren Hund, ich helfe Ihnen dabei. Kontakt Mira Kleins Tuber 0178 450 20423 oder info@hundeflüsterin.de.
Ja, und das hat Mira hier als Plakat schreiben lassen.
Ja.
Und sie werbt sich, ja, sie macht hier eine Anzeige und sie ist eine Hundeflüsterin. What is a
Hundeflüsterin.
Hundeflüsterin? Was bedeutet das Verb flüstern? Flüstern, das Verb ist flüstern. Also flüstern bedeutet sehr, sehr leise sprechen. Hallo, was magst du? Das ist flüstern.
Polite speaking, you can say.
Hallo, hallo.
Just whispering like.
Whispering.
So.
Flüstern, to whisper. So what is the meaning of Hundeflüsterin? There was a very famous film once, Pferdflüsterer. They are Pferdflüsterer, very, very famous Hollywood film. Flüsterer, Flüsterin. So what is the meaning of this word, flüster? Yeah. Anyone wants to take a guess or make a guess? Flüstern, flüsterer. You know the word flüstern. So what is then flüsterer? Yeah.
Whispering with the hund.
As a profession, give me the noun. Eh? Give me the noun.
Yeah.
Flüsterin or the flüsterer? Any one of you come across this? Ich habe euch einen Tipp gegeben. I give you a tip. There's a Hollywood film also. Der Pferd or Pferdeflüsterer. Pferd, you know the meaning of Pferd? That's Pferd. That's Pferd, die Pferde.
Pferd is a horse.
Horse. So, Pferdeflüsterer.
Horse trainer. Here it's a dog trainer. Kumaran.
Yeah, horse trainer, yeah. But the word is
Yes.
differently used. The horse whisperer.
Yeah, whisperer.
The horse whisperer. And here, Hundeflüsterin,
Dog whisperer.
dog whisperer. It sounds strange,
Ja, genau.
but that is the word, the dog whisperer. And the meaning here, the dog trainer.
Okay.
So
That's why
similarly,
I'm not
horse-
surprised.
Yeah.
Why should we whisper with the dogs? They are supposed to shout.
Same was
They're
the
supposed
same
to
I was
bark.
thinking.
Yeah, but no, as a profession, you whisper to the dog. You are the dog whisperer. You are the horse whisperer. And this whisper is actually literally meant, you don't shout at the animals, you train them in such a way that they listen even to the slightest whisper that you give them. You don't have to shout at dogs to get yourself understood, or even horses. A whisper is enough to make them obey your command. So she says here, do you want a harmonic and stress-free relationship with your dog? Sie wollen Ihren Hund Englisch verstehen? Do you want to understand your dog? Die Hundeflüsterin hilft. Und sie ist eine Tierpsychologin.
Psychologin.
So what's
Psychologin?
this? Ja, Psychologin, feminine, Psychologe, masculine.
Masculine.
So was bedeutet Psychologin?
Psychologist.
Psychologist. She is an animal psychologist. This is also a profession. Und sie bietet professionelle, kompetente Beratung.
Beratung.
Beratung,
Consultation.
consultation, counseling.
Counseling.
Professional, competent counseling und individuelles Einzeltraining.
Einzeltraining.
This is new words, new vocabulary. Individual,
It's quite common for me. Einzeldoppel. Wir spielen immer. So
yeah,
Yes.
Individual, single training. One
Individual.
dog, one man, one person training. Mit modernen und innovativen Erziehungsmethoden.
Sioux.
All this is part of B2 vocabulary. Individual, single training, one dog, one person training. With modern, innovative Erziehungsmethoden. Was is Erziehung?
Take care.
You know this word, Erziehung.
Yes, sir, I know this one.
Uh-huh.
Take care of relation. To take
If
care
it's
of.
used in the human sense, what is Erziehung in the human sense? Das
Betsy.
Kind ist gut erzogen.
With
The verb
relationship.
is nein, erziehen is the verb. Das Kind ist gut
Brought up.
erzogen. Brought up,
Brought
to
up.
bring up. Yeah, well done. Erziehen, to bring up. Erziehen, erzogen. So, ein gut erzogenes Kind, a well brought up child. So, Erziehung here means upbringing. Upbringing, education. So here
Education.
with modern, creative, innovative, educational methods, upbringing methods. So that, in other words, you train the dog very well using modern methods of training, of education, or educating a dog, or a horse, or any animal for that matter. And wo, dann das ist die Adresse, Hundeschule, großes Trainingsgelände. Was ist Gelände? Das Gelände. Großes Gelände. Das Gelände. Universitätsgelände. It comes with the word Land in the middle.
Yeah.
And then Gelände. Ausstellungsgelände. Ein großes Ausstellungsgelände.
Place.
Place,
Ground.
okay.
Training ground.
Huge area. Training grounds. Well done. Training grounds. Campus, literally. Universitätsgelände, the university campus.
I was guessing
here's-
from land.
Yeah, from land. You have to guess from there.
Yeah.
Remember, I keep telling you, you don't need a dictionary. Look at something. Is there anything similar or familiar to you? Yes. So let me guess from there. So don't always search for a dictionary. And so training land. Training land. So training ground, training lands. So training area. So Gelände here, huge amount of land, grounds. So big training grounds we have. Oder bei Ihnen zu Hause. We can also train the dogs at your place, in your house. Cost 50 euros per hour.
Pro Stunde.
That's not cheap. Erziehen Sie Ihren Hund. Ich helfe Ihnen dabei. Educate your dog. Train your dog. And I'll help you with that. 50 euros per hour. It normally takes around minimum 3 months to 6 months to train a dog properly.
And it's very, very, says it toy.
Ja, ist teuer. So
Yeah, say it toy.
50 Euro pro Stunde.
Pro Stunde.
Pro Woche, it's about 5 days a week, so 250 hours, 250 euros per week. So multiply that into 4 weeks in a month. So that's
Okay.
about how much? 250 into 4 is 1,000
1,000.
euros
1,000.
per minimum 3 months.
3,000
1,000.
euros. 3,000
€3,000.
euro. 6 months, 6,000 euro.
Straight away, flat, to train your dog. And this, I think, Monica, Priyambada, and Vasu, ihr müsst das bestätigen. You have to confirm this. Dogs in Germany don't bark. They are
Yeah,
trained
so, you know,
not to bark.
yeah, I haven't heard anyone till today.
What
They're
they do?
trained. They do bark, but they're trained not to bark.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they bark, they very slowly, not like Indian dog, Bobo, so loud.
Very loud.
No, yeah.
They're trained not to
But
bark
when there
because
is
the
a
neighbors can complain if they bark loud.
Normally they don't. Normally
Yes.
they don't.
Yeah,
if there
it's
is
not
a
just Germany
if
alone. Not just Germany. It's also in England, by the way.
Mm.
It's most European countries. Dogs are
Yeah.
trained not to bark.
when there is a problem or the unknown person, what they do? They have to bark, and that's too
No,
loudly.
there is a specialty that they will not bark when they see or when they pass through by unknown person. No, you just
Then
put a hand on them. Rather, yes or no, they will not bark.
Also, Jeets Frage, Monika, ist, was passiert, wenn ein Fremder die Tür klingelt? When a stranger rings the bell? What does the dog do?
Don't bark, but normally you can say hello and you can go through.
It will alert the owner. There is a
Yeah,
stranger.
yeah,
By its gestures, by its posture, the way it
yeah.
becomes alert. But barking is not allowed. It might give you a one small or whoop.
Yeah,
That's it.
like.
okay, yeah,
Not
yeah.
said
That I
wow,
have
wow,
seen.
wow, 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 wow. No, no.
No, like not Indian dogs.
That happens a lot at night in my in my street.
Yeah,
It happens
my
a lot.
own sister's Mal.
Yeah.
But she's an animal psychologist.
Yeah, friend of mine have a dog, but
Yeah.
Frau dog, and she's so cute, and we all played with her too much, but she never
Yeah.
bark or never exhausted with too many people also.
See the word Beruf? Darunter verstehen wir Arbeit, right? Beruf, profession, and work. So what we have here, engineer on the computer, engineer oder was weiß ich, ne? Manager, Bankbeamter, Physio, Übersetzer, und so weiter und so weiter. But you have these professions also. Handwerker haben wir auch. Animal psychologists as a profession. And this I have seen now in India. If you want to compare it, comparatively speaking, I've seen this in India in big cities. Mumbai, Delhi, Hyderabad, 9 bis jetzt, also Bengaluru vielleicht. Aber I know that there are animal psychologists in Bombay. They tell you why your cat is dreaming or what your cat is dreaming and why it doesn't eat food or why it does this or why it does that. It's a new profession in Bombay. It's not a veterinarian. It's kein Tierarzt. An
But
animal doctor.
nobody can contradict them, right? Like, I have a cat. There's a problem, and he's saying something because he's not feeling good, or he wants something, or something has to be changed around my cat. Then who will reconfirm me whether it's a right thing or not?
Yeah, that is their training. These people, these doctors, these psychologists, they're trained to understand animal behavior. They're trained for that. So it's not an area in a country like India where you can get a good job and work as an animal psychologist. As it is, a veterinarian in India is called कुत्तों का डॉक्टर है यार वो तो.
Yes, sir.
So it's not considered a respected profession. So when you look at Beruf, like I said, think laterally. Don't apply it just to Germany. This is valid in most European countries and Western countries as a new profession, where animals are also considered just as important in the lives of people, in the lives of human beings. Then you have to understand them. How do you deal best with them to get the best out of them? For example, people or farmers in the UK, they play music to the cows to get better output of milk. You're playing music to the cows.
The new thing, sir. I feel that when my daughter does not eat or does not eat in a good way, then we have to play the music.